am I audible clearly? Hi, am I audible clearly?
Yes, sir.
Okay, okay. So this this will be a weekly discussion session on every Saturday from 3 to 5. I think you have got the, like, you will get the mail in every Saturday regarding the class and the meeting link and all these things, even though the meeting link will be the same for like rest of the course. So this, like, in these discussion sessions I will mainly aim towards clearing doubts. Okay, if you have any doubts so far in the uh, like so far the professor taught in the video lectures, if you have any doubt or any confusions regarding any problems, whether it's in the assignment or it's in some problems in some textbook, or like whatever you are following, if you have any confusions regarding that, you can ask me anything. I will try to answer that uh, from the best of my knowledge, and I will try to explain that also. And I think the recording will also be available. Because that's why I'm recording it. The NPTEL team will provide some link for the recorded video. I think whether it might be some YouTube link or something, that I don't know. And like whatever I will write, as you can see my screen, whatever I will write in this uh, device, that I will make a PDF of that, and I will there is some public folder, as far as I know, like they shared it, so there I will dump it. You can see anytime wherever you want. So yeah, so I think in last so in the week 1, in the assignment 1, it was mostly regarding the statics, right? I mean the course name is engineering mechanics, statics and dynamics both. But in the first, probably first 4 to 5 week will be only regarding the statics, where you will do the force balance, free body diagrams and all these things. And then towards the from the class 5th or 6th, you will have to solve the dynamics problems, where you are interested about that because of the force, the how it's moving. It might be a single particle, it might be a rigid body, like whatever it is. So it's like a Newton's second law from the class 5th onwards, I guess. So before that it will be just simply statics. So in statics you have first I think in the assignment 1, so I'll just share the screen. Okay, all of you submitted the assignment 1, by the way?
Yes, sir.
Okay, already submitted the assignment 1, everyone, is it, in the NPTEL like site?
Yes, sir.
Okay, okay. So I see. So then let me see if I can share the assignment. Okay, are you able to see the assignment, like whatever I'm sharing in the screen? Are you able to see that? Can someone tell me if you are able to see?
No, no, sir.
You are not able to see that thing. Okay, so fine. Okay, then let me uh, let me open the NPTEL team itself. Let's see. So are you able to see the assignment now in the screen? Hello, are you able to see the screen, the week 1
No,
assignment 1?
no,
No?
no, sir. Not able to see.
Okay. Mm. Okay, I'm not sharing screen for that, right? I see. Okay, you are able to see only this screen. Fine, let me do it. I guess now you are able to see, right? The assignment 1. Hello?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay, great, great. So, uh, so you have, like all of you have already submitted the assignment 1, am I right? Because if I solve this before that, then it will not be good. I also don't know where is the last date of submission. Due date is okay 8/2. So that means you can submit it later. Okay, then in that case I have to discuss something else. 1 minute. Okay, I can discuss 1 or 2 problems simply and then I can go ahead. Okay, so for the sake of your benefit, because this is the first class, so let me discuss some of the things which is here. So can someone tell me that how to approach the problem number 1, that two structural members, one of which is in tension and the other in compression, exert the indicated forces on joint O, determine the magnitude of the resultant force of the two forces and the angle R which R makes with the positive x axis. So if I write it here itself, so this is the positive x axis. So let me so I'll just draw it, draw the schematic and then I'll tell you. So what you have is that uh, two forces. So I'll just problem number 1. So you have two forces acting. One is acting like this, sorry. So one is acting like this and the other is acting like this. Fine. So the magnitude of this, which is acting in this direction, is 3 kilonewton, and the magnitude of this, which is acting in this direction, is 2 kilonewton. And this is my x-axis, and the angles, this is the point O, the angles are 60 degree and 30 degree, if I am not mistaken. So are you able to see the schematic, whatever I have drawn in the here?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
So then you are asked to calculate what is the resultant of these two forces. So let's say I will have F1 equal to 3 kilonewton some force, and F2 is equal to 2 kilonewton. So what is the angle between these two forces? Can someone tell me what is the angle between the two vectors? So one vector is 3 kilonewton, which is like this, and the other is 2 kilonewton, which is like that. So what is the angle between these two? Can someone tell me? 90 degree. Okay, how? So what is this angle? Theta. Let's say this angle is theta. So theta, if you see that this is 30 and this is 60, okay, but they are acting, one is acting in this, one is acting in that direction, which is at an inclination of 60 degree, and the other is in a direction which is at inclination of 30 degree. Sorry, I have done it wrong. So one force which is like this, and the other which is like this. Sorry. And the other is going to be something like this, and this is in these directions, and this is in these directions. So what is this angle theta? So that means if I draw it using a red line, so this is thing, what is the angle, what is this angle? This angle is theta. So what is the value of theta? Can someone tell me? It's 180 minus 30, right? 180 degree minus 30 degree, because this angle is 30 degree, this one, and the total angle is sorry, not 180 minus 30, 180 minus 30, and what is this angle? People have to tell, otherwise like it will not be a discussion class. So what is the angle between these two lines, this 3 kilonewton line and the 2 kilonewton line? What is the angle between that? That is 90 degree, right? Because this is 60 and 30, 90, and this line is 180 degree, so this is 90 degree. But what is the angle between the vector? That is different. That is 180 minus that is 180 minus 90. So that is 90 degree. Now you know that now you have two vector F1 and F2, which is of 3 kilonewton and 2 kilonewton, and the angle between them is the 90 degree. So what is the resultant? Like, what is the formula for the resultant? So if you have two vector, F1 vector and f2 vector. So what is the formula for the resultant vector? If angle between them is theta, then the resultant vector mod square is equals to this vector modulus square plus f2 vector modulus square, then plus someone have to tell, because you know all this formula already. Mod f1 mod f2, and what is the angle? Cos theta, right? Am I right? Hmm? So here the theta is 90 degree, so cos 90 is 0, right? So the two vector which is of angle 90 degree, so theta is 90 degree. So then what is the resultant vector? Hmm? So if I say this, so it should be the square of that two both, as you can see the solution in the screen. So it's the two, but you need to know the entire formula. So here theta equals to 90 degree and cos 90 is 0, right? Everyone agree? So can someone tell me what is this coming? Root 3 square plus 2 square. Nine plus 4, 13. What is root 13? .6055 kilonewton. Okay, everyone agree with that? Like whatever I did. Hello. Hello? People have to talk,
Yes,
otherwise it will.
sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. So now what is the, so now you have two vector f1 and f2 which is acting in this way. So one vector is like this and the other is like this. So you have one which is in this way, other which is in this way, and the angle between them is 90 degree. Fine. Then they ask that what is the resultant vector directions is, let's say, like, so this is that x axis, okay, and the direction of the resultant vector, so this is 3 kilonewton and this is 2 kilonewton and the angle is 90 degree. So let's say the resultant of the two vector is something like this, let's say. So like what they are asking is what is this angle, let's say this is alpha. So can someone tell me what should be that angle? So now I know what is f1, I know what is f2, I mean the modulus of f1 and modulus of f2 I know. And I know the modulus of r, and I know the whole angle is 90 degree. So what is the angle alpha? Can someone try and tell me what should be the angle alpha? And how will you calculate what is the like angle alpha between the two? So what the resultant vector will make with any of the vector? Hmm? So what the resultant vector, so the angle between the resultant vector and the f1, let's say this angle, let's say this angle is something which is beta. So what is beta? Tan beta, tan beta will be equal to mod f2 by mod f1. Am I right? So what is beta? Tan inverse 3 by 2 or 2 by 3? 2 by 3. So it has some value. Then what is this angle theta which it makes with the x-axis? That is something which we need to know. So this is beta, this is 30 degree, this angle is 30 degree, that is beta, okay. So and the whole angle is 90 degree, so it is 90 minus beta, sorry, it should not be 90 minus beta. So this is beta, the entire is 90 and this is 30, so it is 30 this angle is 30, this is beta, and the whole is 90. So that angle alpha should be 90 minus 30 minus beta. So what is tan inverse 2 by 3? In degree? What is tan inverse 2 by 3 in degree? Can someone calculate and tell me? It's coming around 33, I guess, 33.69. So it is 60 minus 33 point 26.30. Is it true? Okay, is it there in the option? Can someone tell me? 26 point something. So it says that what is the, it's 206, it's not 26. The first part is correct, right? 3.6, yeah. But the second part says that two forces and the angle theta which are mixed with the positive x-axis. Okay, with the positive x-axis, that's fine, yeah. So the angle which are mixed with the positive x-axis will be fine. Will be 180 degree plus this angle. So that means what they are asking is that what is, so this is the positive x-axis, okay. So this angle is this entire angle. What is that angle? So it should be simply that angle, if I call it gamma, that gamma will be equal to 180 degree plus alpha, 180 degree plus 26.3 something, 31, let's say, that is 206.31. So that should be the answer. Is everyone agree with this? If you have any doubts, you can ask me, like not regarding this, any like anything, any question. This is, I just solve one assignment problem so that you can get some confidence. So are you okay with the solution, like whatever I did? So I just first find that what is the angle between the two vectors, which is f1 and f2, and I saw that the angle is 90 degree, and then I use this formula, the resultant formula, okay, that the resultant vector between the resultant between two vectors, the magnitude of that should be the square root of magnitude of vector 1 plus square, like square of the magnitude of vector 1 plus square of the magnitude of vector 2 plus 2 into magnitude of vector 1 into magnitude of vector 2 into the cos of angle between the two. So here the angle between the two is 90 degree. So that means it's very simple. It's coming as root 13, the resultant vector. But what that resultant vector angle between the resultant vector are, and let's say any of the vector, okay, which is this f1 vector. So what should be the angle between that two? That is, I am talking about this beta, tan beta. So tan beta should be mod of like the magnitude of vector 2 divided by the magnitude of vector 1. Okay, so it is coming as tan inverse 2 by 3, which is 33.69, something like that. So if it is that, so that means this is beta, and this angle with the x-axis and this f2 is 30 degree. Okay, that is the inclination angle. This angle is 30 degree, and this beta is 33.69. So what is the angle between x-axis and this resultant vector r? That should be 90 minus 30 minus beta. So it is 26.39. Okay, so what will be the angle which is gamma, which is it's makes with the positive x-axis. So this is not the so this is the negative x-axis. This side is the negative x-axis. You need to calculate it from the positive x-axis. So to do that, this angle already I know that alpha, which is 26.39. If I add another 180 with that, so that should give me the angle with the positive x-axis. And as you can see here, so it should be the option number 1. Okay, yeah, so this is the option number 1 is the correct answer. So now do you have, like, if you have any confusion, like, please ask me. It should be better, I guess, so that before going to the next question I can do this. So can someone ask some question or some problem, whatever the confusion you have in this? Hello. Okay, so are you satisfied with that explanation?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so now you ask that if you have any doubt or any questions, like before I solve the next question. So I'll try to solve the another problem. So it's like very simple problem, as you can see. I'll try to solve the problem number 3 probably, because the problem number 2 I already solved. Then probably problem number 4, that is also fine. So before I go to problem number 3, you can ask me something if you have any questions. So there are how many students on the 6? Okay. Please ask, like this is a discussion session, so you should ideally discuss with me. So okay, then I'll go to the next question. So what does it say? So can all of you see the assignment, like from your own device? Will you be able to do that at least? Hello? So the problem number 3 says that so yeah, so it's simply that you have to determine the tension in cable BA and BC necessary to support the 60 kg cylinder in figure 3. So it's, if I draw the free body diagram of it, it should be something like this. So you have two cables, so you have two support, actually here one support and here also another support, and you have something here, okay, some load is given here, let's say that load is F, and you have two rope, so these are the ropes, okay, sorry. So what is given here is that, so tension along this, so this is point C, this is point B, this is point B, and this is point A, sorry, this is point A, fine. So what it says, that the rope will act as a, there will be some tension force. So let's say this is TAC, the tension in the rope AC, sorry, I am wrong actually, yeah. So it should be like, this is point A and this is point B, sorry. So yeah, so this is the tension in the rope BC, which I will call it as TBC, and this is the tension along rope AC, which I will call it as TAC, and this is the force, which is the weight, okay. So here I have a weight which is of 60 kg, which is because of these two rope, and here is some joint here, so that it's like holding the weight, and it is given that this angle is 45 degree, okay, and it is given that for this roof, if I draw a triangle anywhere, it is, this is 3, this is 4, and this is 5, this is 5. So what it's essentially says, so this is my 4, this is 3, that is 5. If I draw a small triangle here, so using these notations, they are actually trying to say that what is the angle which it makes with that like horizontal axis, which is, let's say, some angle theta. So can someone tell me what is the value of theta from here? Any of you? So it's like tan theta is equal to 3 by 4. Okay, that means theta is equal to tan inverse 3 by 4, which is approximately equal to 36.68 degree. Fine. So that means now I know all the angles. Okay, so what I know is that I know the tension in the roof BC, which is TBC. I don't know what is that tension, and I know tension in the roof ATAC, which is also at an angle theta. Okay, now I will so the one option is that you can, so you have so 135, and that is that thing, and that angle also I don't know, so that angle is also 180 minus 45 minus this. So the one option is you can use the Lami's theory, because if you have at a point three force which is acting at a point, then you can write that so if 3 force, so the Lami's theory essentially what it says is that, let's say you have a point, or let's say force triangle, if I talk it in this way, and you have three different forces. Let's say one force is this, one force is that, another force is this, and you have the angle between these two is, let's say this is alpha, this is beta, and this is gamma, and the forces are, let's say this is F1, F2, and F3. Let's say this is force F1, this is force F2, this is force F3, and the magnitude of that. So what Lami's theory essentially say is that, or the sine law, or the Lami's theory, so Lami's theorem essentially says that F3 divided by F3 divided by what is the angle? So F3 is this, F3 is this, yeah, F3 is this one, and what is the angle which is exactly opposite to F3 is alpha. So F3 divided by sine alpha is equal to F2 divided by what is the angle opposite to F2 is gamma, is equal to sine gamma is equal to F1 divided by sine beta. So this is something. So it's like that. Yeah, please tell me. Someone raised a hand. Hello. Anyone have any confusion? Okay, so you can solve these problems also using this Lami's theory, that without going much into the problem, if you know the three angles, so in that case what you need to do is that you need to know what is this angle, what is this angle, and what is the angle between the two. Then you just use that f, like f by that, if angle is some gamma, then f by sine gamma equals to tbc divided by, if that angle is alpha, then sine alpha, in that way. Otherwise there is other way, that is the resolving the force. If you resolve the force in two different way, in that way also you can do that. So you can try in this way. I will show you the other way. Okay, so the other way is very simple. So you have that point, which is the point A, I guess. What is that point? Point B. So in point B, what are the different forces which are acting? So in point B, you have the tension of the rope. Okay, you have the tension of the another rope, which is this, and you have the weight is this. Fine. So let's say I will call this as F. That weight is 60 kg, am I right? Something around 60 kg. Yeah, that weight is 60 kg. So this is, so that means what is the force? 60 into 9.81. Someone else started presenting. So 1 minute. Okay, so this is 16 to the acceleration due to gravity, which is g is 9.81. so then this is how, what is the value of this? 16 to 9.81, this is 588.6. Okay, so this is 588.6 Newton. So this is F. this is TBC, and this is my AB, I guess. Sorry, TAB. Fine. So now if I resolve these forces, let me now resolve this force. So how do I do that? So let me do it in a little better way. So now I know the angles. So what and what angles I know? I know that this angle is 45 degree, which is given. I know I just calculated this angle, which is 36.68, 36.86. So I can always resolve this TBC and TAB in a direction which is, let's say this is x direction. In two perpendicular direction, I am always resolve these two forces. Fine. This is x and this is y. So what is the component of TBC in the y direction? Can someone tell me? Component of TBC along x direction is equal to TBC cos 45 and component of TBC along y direction is equal to TBC sin 45. Am I right? It is right? So that means TBC along x axis is this TBC cos 45 and TBC along y axis is TBC sin 45. So that means similarly, so that TAB along the negative x axis, if I resolve that, is TAB cos 36.86 degree, and along the positive y axis it is TAB sin 36.86 degree, and this vertical component which is along the y axis, that is something which is balancing the weight. Okay, and the horizontal component will cancel each other. Okay, so can someone, so what is the horizon, so what are the horizontal component? So I'll just write down the expressions. So I have TBC cos 45 degree should be equal to TAB cos 36.86 degree. This is equation number 1, and the equation number 2 is TBC sin 45 plus TAB sin 36.86 degree will be equal to the weight, that is the 588.6. This is equation number 2. So can someone solve these two equations and tell me what is TAB and TBC? Can someone do that? Hmm? Can someone solve equation 1 and 2 and tell me the answer? What is TBC and TAB? So I will not go into the details of the solution, but rather what I can do, I can just write the answer. So it will come out that TBC will be something nearly equal to 476 Newton, and TAB will be 420 Newton. Okay. So this is how you should go ahead and solve the problem. So is everyone okay with that? Like everyone understood what I did in that entire process? Everyone understood, right? Hello?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So I'll solve the one last problem, which is pretty interesting, which is okay. So, like, if you have any other problem in mind, you can actually ask me. Like, if you have the assignment with you and you are finding difficulty with any problem, it's please ask me. Anyone. So in the assignment one, if you have difficulties in solving any of the questions, I just solved two questions. If you have any other problems in the concept or in anything, please ask me. Yeah, Ranjana, you have a question. Can you ask? Unmute yourself and ask. Okay, so I'll just solve one last question which might be interesting as well. So let me go to the last problem. Yeah. So can you see the screen, the last problem, the problem number 7? All of you can see that, right? Hello?
Uh,
All of you can see that, right? Okay, great. So it says that determine the force P, determine the force P required to begin rolling the uniform cylinder of mass M over the obstruction of height h. Okay, so this is the problem. So you have the like mass of the cylinder is m, so the weight of the cylinder is definitely m into g. Okay, and there is a obstruction which is of height h, and you are giving a horizontal force, that is p. So the question is that how much force you need to give so that this cylindrical roller can like begin to roll about the point which is the contact point with the obstruction and the cylinder. Okay, so let me draw it and then it will be little better. So that is problem number 7. Fine. So you have a cylinder, okay, and you have a horizontal surface, fine, and you have a obstruction. So this obstruction is of this kind. Okay, so what, and this is the center of the cylinder. Let me be little clear. This is the center of the cylinder. Okay, and you are giving a force to the center. You are giving a force which is P, it is given, and you have the mass of the cylinder which is acting downward from this. Yeah, Robi Jadab, you have a question, you raised your hand, please ask. So this is m into g, okay, and this is that contact point. So let me be little more clear. So if this is this, then so this is h, this part is h, it is given. What is that? If the cylinder is of radius r, then what will be this? This will be r minus h, right? And so let's say the reaction at the surface, okay, about like reaction at this point, this is N2 which is acting on the cylinder, which is N2, and the reaction on this point is, let's say, N1. Okay, reaction at this point is, let's say, N1. So it will start rolling when it will lift, like when it will leave this surface. When it will leave this surface, at that time it will start rolling when it will leave this. So the cylinder will start to roll when a reaction force N2 is equals to 0. That's the whole concept. Okay, and then you have to so let's say this is the point O. Okay, sorry, so let's say this is point A, this is point O, and then you have to take a moment, taking moment about point A. So what are the forces which are acting? That is mg. So mg into, let's say, this distance from the mg to this distance is, let's say, this has some distance which is like which I need to calculate, but I know that this part is r minus h and this part is r. So then what is this red line, which I am calling it as a, let's say this point is D. So what is AD? AD is equal to root of r square minus r minus h square. So this is root of 2rh minus h square, that is AD. Okay, now taking moment about point A, what will happen? The P will give a clockwise moment and this mg will give a anti-clockwise moment. So that means P into, what is the distance? That is r minus h will be equal to mg into AD. So what is P? P equal to mg into AD divided by r minus h. So what is this thing? So this is mg into 2rh minus h square divided by r minus h. That should be the answer. Okay, 2rh minus h square, root of that, divided by r minus h. So this much force you need to give so that the cylindrical roller will start rolling. Okay, is that clear to everyone?
एक बार और सर फिर से
What?
एक बार और फिर से सर
Can you repeat again? I'm not able to hear. Hello, Ritik?
हेलो
Yes, tell me. Hello, tell me, do you have any query regarding this?
P गुने R माइनस एच बराबर mg गुने AD यहाँ से सर
Okay. So that at the moment about the, so if I take the moment about point A, so that means the force which are there, so the all the force which will pass through this point A will not give any moment. Okay, so what are the forces which is not passing through point A, which is the P, and what is the distance between the force P and this point O? That distance is r minus h. So this distance and this is the P, so that P into r minus h, that is the one moment, and the other moment is mg into this distance AD. So that's why these two moments should balance, so that it will just like it is about to rolling about the point A. So that's why I am balancing the two moment, that is P into r minus h is equals to mg into AD, right? So if you do this balancing, then you can say that at least the minimum amount of force which you need to give to the roller, so that this force P, the minimum which you need to give so that it will start rolling about this obstruction, should be that, should be this much value. So you need to give force which is more than this force to make it roll. Okay, is that clear to all of you?
Okay, okay, sir. Okay.
Anything else? So I just solved 3 problems from the assignment 1. I think this is the first class, so that's why I just thought that I should solve some problems. Yeah, we'll mostly discuss some other problems in the next class
सर
regarding the
एग्जाम कब होगा?
exam.
कब होगा?
Yeah, the exam date they gave, right? Exam date is in the month of April. Exam date will be in the month of April. I don't know the exact date, but it will be in the month of April, not now. That they will send you mail and they will inform you well in advance. Okay, so if you have no other question then I think I'll stop the class here, and in the next week again at 3 o'clock we'll meet. Is that fine? If you have no other queries, and if you have any other questions or any other query, please ask me.
Sir,
Yeah, please ask.
sir, can you please give the PDF of this session?
Yeah, sure. I'll share everything whatever I wrote, the PDF of this. I think there is some public folders somewhere. Did they share any folder anywhere with you?
No.
So I think they will give it to you, because I will give them. They will give these documents to you, like the PDF. Whatever I wrote here, definitely it will be given to you.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Okay. Okay, so if there is no other question, that again we will meet at if you have any other queries in regarding the assignment 1 or 2 in the next class, you just be prepared and ask me. If you have any confusion, if you are stuck anywhere, anything, you can ask me. Okay, I'll try to answer, and I'll try to explain that as well. Okay, so okay, then we'll meet in the next week again, next Saturday at 3 o'clock. Yeah, 3 o'clock in the afternoon. Okay, then thank you all of you.
Thank you, sir.